The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is taken from the book of Deuteronomy. Put this question then to the ages that are past, that have gone before you. From when God created the human race on earth, was there ever a word so majestic from one end of the heaven to the other? Was anything like it ever heard? Did ever a people hear the voice of the living God speaking from the heart of the fire, as you have heard it, and remain alive? Has it ever been known before that any God took action himself to bring one nation out of another one, by ordeals, signs, wonders, war with mighty hand and outstretched arm, by fearsome terrors, all of which things Yahweh your God has done for you, before your eyes in Egypt? Hence, grasp this today, and meditate on it carefully. Yahweh is the true God, in heaven above as on earth beneath, he and no other. Keep his laws and commandments as I give them to you today, so that you and your children after you may prosper and live long in the country that Yahweh your God is giving you forever. And our response is taken from Psalm 33. The word of Yahweh is straightforward. All he does springs from his constancy. He loves uprightness and justice. The faithful love of Yahweh fills the earth. By the word of Yahweh, the heavens were made. By the breath of his mouth, all their array. For the moment he spoke, it was so. No sooner had he commanded than there it stood. But see how Yahweh watches over those who fear him, those who rely on his faithful love, to rescue them from death and keep them alive in famine. We are waiting for Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. Yahweh, let your faithful love rest on us, as our hope has rested in you. And our second reading is taken from the letter of the Apostle Paul to the Romans. All who are guided by the Spirit of God are sons of God. For what you received was not the spirit of slavery to bring you back into fear. You received the spirit of adoption, enabling us to cry out, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself joins with our spirit to bear witness that we are children of God. And if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ, provided that we share his suffering, so as to share his glory. And a reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. Meanwhile, the 11 disciples set out for Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had arranged to meet them. When they saw him, they fell down before him, though some hesitated. Jesus came up and spoke to them. He said, All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore, make disciples of all nations. Baptize them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teach them to observe all the commands I gave you. And look, I am with you always, yes, to the end of time. The Gospel of the Lord.
Fearsome.